welcome to the beautiful Heathcote wine region. My name's Wendy Hargreaves and I'm bringing you bread and butter right here in Heathcote for vintage. Now, particularly excited because I'm getting to talk to the people behind the wine industry right here in central Victoria. And today, these beautiful ladies have taken time out from picking wine to talk me through everything that's going on here. Now, beautiful Tracie Young from here at Silver Spoon Estate, and Jess from Farmer and the Scientist, which is how far as the crow flies from here?
It'll be about 40 minutes or half an hour in the car from north of here.
But they're from entirely different vineyards, but it's not how, they're not separate in Heathcote. It's not how they roll. They work together and help each other because the picking happens gradually through the valley, which these guys are going to tell me about. But first of all, Heathcote Women in Wine. Isn't that fantastic? You actually have a group that does that.
Yeah. No, it's been fabulous. Yeah.
So lockdown has been bad for a lot of people, but that's one great thing out of lockdown, right?
We've got a good story.
Tell us how it happened.
From COVID. Well, we're all doing individual things over COVID with our own businesses, and then Jodie Marsh from Sangwin did a group men's wine tasting online, and then Jodie and I were conversing after it, sort of talking about, what can we do from here? And I said to Jodie, I think there's a definite need to understand all the amazing work that the women in the wine industry do here. And we're not necessarily winemakers, but we are definitely jacks of all trades. We've all done all the work on the vineyard. And we're also, pretty special in our own right for the enormous amount of jobs that we do. So Jodie loved it.
You're out there harvesting wine.
Yeah.
You're selling wine.
Yeah.
You are winemakers.
Yes.
Tell us about your vineyard, Jack.
Yep, so my vineyard, if you follow this Mount Camel range, which is what the Heathcote wine region is known for, I'm at the very end of the Mount Camel range, so where the region actually finishes. So I'm further north. I've already started harvesting. I start harvesting first, and when people sort of see me getting busy, they know that they've got to
the heart starts to go.
Start hurrying up to get organised. So I'm up that end. We've got 20 acres of Shiraz, and we buy in some other varieties for our range from the vineyard next door, which is really good.
So you've all been working fairly separately for a long time as families on farms.
Yep.
What's it like now that you've all come together to work together a bit more?
Pretty dynamic.
Yeah, it's been great. I've learnt so much from the girls because they've got different backgrounds to me. Mine was mostly farming, so I've learnt a lot from everyone, which is really handy because just with social media and all the things that we need to get our heads around, if you don't know something, someone else generally does. So it's made us a lot stronger as a group. I've learnt a lot, but I actually didn't realise how isolated I was feeling in my business until I got together with this group. It was something that I didn't know I was feeling that way until I felt this real companionship. I think sometimes being a small business owner, especially a wine producer, you're growing the grapes, you're overseeing the winemaking or doing winemaking, you're responsible for marketing and everything else. And
like in a silo.
Yes. Yeah, it can be very isolating because you're working constantly and you can't always talk to your friends about what it's like.
I don't understand.
And
I'm feeling the love between all of you guys, and we're going to be visiting other women in wine in Heathcote for the rest of today. So make sure you stay tuned for the future broadcasts that we're doing. But more importantly, what we're sitting in right here is an ornamental vineyard that the Youngs have built, which is just amazing. It's this gorgeous little vineyard right in front of the cellar door that's about to open in a few days' time, just in time for peak wine tasting season if you're looking to come up here and try Heathcote's beautiful wine. But you can come into this little garden and pick the wines at the same time as the winemakers and taste them and get a real sense for the sweetness and at what point they're supposed to be tasted. Now, there's one down here that I might have accidentally picked earlier. Tell us what we're looking at here.
So this is a very small bunch of Grenache. So what we did is Peter and I planted 50 of each of the grape varietals that we've got growing over the other side of the hill. So because we've got a 250 acre property with 51 acres under vine, we can't necessarily see our vineyard because it's actually up over the hill. So what we did is we planted 50 Grenache, 50 Shiraz, Viognier, Mourvedre and Tempranillo. So we've got each of the grape varietals we grow on our estate.
It's fantastic.
So this is a small bunch of Grenache.
Seriously tiny. Most of them, I wish you could see it. They're
big.
Giant.
Yeah.
Giant, like something Bacchus would have peeled for him. Well, luxuriating backwards. So let's taste. How far off picking are we?
So we're probably, well, we were just talking about it before. So this is ready for picking for rosé. The last year and this year we'll be making a Mourvedre and Grenache blend for a rosé. So these are ready to be picked now. So these are probably sitting at around about, we got the little refractometer. We're about 12, about 12 Beaumet. So what it is, we're checking the sugar levels. And the purpose of checking the sugar levels is so that then we can determine what the alcohol level will be when it ferments.
Right now, to an untrained, it actually tastes beautiful and sweet. You could easily smash a grape, a whole bunch of these. Have you got the machine?
Lot sweeter.
They will get sweeter.
This is the magic machine.
This is our refract. So as farmers, we're using this one, every couple of days at the moment, checking the sugar levels on all the crops, and this is what determines when it's time for us to pick. We're chasing certain level. Yeah. Okay. So if you squeeze some juice onto the refract.
Hopefully we won't get all over your shirt. There we go.
No, that's all right. So we'll just put it all the way over. That's it.
And eat rest.
Yeah. And then if you look through, you'll see we're looking at the numbers on the right, which is the Beaumet, and it's
where the between blue and white.
The blue line finishes.
Okay.
What does it say?
The number.
So there's some numbers.
We're thinking about 12.
I can't even see the blue line.
Hold it up to the light.
Oh, I see.
There you go.
Yeah, it's actually just over 13.
Right, so it's 13.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh my gosh, get the scissors.
Right, yes.
We're making wine.
The Grenache next week.
11, 12. She's right, it's 13.
13.
This is it's actually really exciting to be here. It reminds you that our winemakers are, in actual fact, very
living on the land.
Yeah, they're living on the land. They're farmers, and right now they're doing their thing. So it's a really great time to visit Victoria's wine regions, but particularly right here in Heathcote, because they all pick at different times. And right now, Heathcote's picking.
Yeah,
we've got some beautiful wine and some beautiful juice here at the moment. That's in some places in the valley are being sort of busily fermenting and bubbling away already. Yeah. So please come up here, have a look. You can see it's stunning, 25 degrees, hardly a breath of wind. It's a beautiful place to visit. Yeah. And ladies, thank you so much for having me here today. It's been fun.
Yeah,
we should go taste some wine now. It's not too early, is it?
No, it's never too late to taste wine. It's never too early to taste wine either.
Thank you so much for having me here. Thanks for joining us on our live stream on Bread and Butter. I'm Wendy Hargreaves. Next stop, Sanguine Estate, just up the road. See you soon.
Bye.